How's it going, YouTube? Welcome back to another video on my channel. So it's been a while. I've been trying to figure out what I want to play. I've been playing in the webcam events and figuring out what I want to do next. And enjoying some cube drafting on Sundays now. But in today, what I'm going to do is go over. I've had a bit of testing with one of the deck profiles I put up, which was Veku Ramp, and I was finding like it was working sometimes quite well, but I wanted to try and make it a bit stronger. Like Zeno, I was finding wasn't a great unison. What it can ramp in energy, it doesn't really help with anything else. Because even if I want to do, I have to get up to, if I want to use his ever effect to -5, I've got to get up to 5 markers, which my opponent can want to try and kill it. And the deck didn't really have much to do apart from dropping Veku, ramping up, and then trying to drop 17. So what I've gone with is to change it to this list. So this is my renewed Veku Ramp list. So the leader's the same as last time. But there's a few changes. So I've changed up with the Veku core, or the Veku package. So it still has Veku, still have the Goku, got the aura, but instead I've gone instead of the ever Vegeta, because what I found out was, due to my super combo of choice being the set 11 blue Vegeta, I wanted to have blue. I needed to have all blue energy, which one issue I found was if you drop Veku and then trigger its effect by blocking an attack and ramping. If you were to ramp a one of the red materials, one of the Goku or Vegetas, or the Goku Ape, and then your super combo would be dead. And what you wanted to do, the main reason Zeno was there for was it can ramp up, and the card you ramp with Zeno, you can sack off with the leader, so you ramp, use that energy, and rather than let it go waste it at the end of the turn, you get rid of it to draw two brand new cards. So you basically get 2 cards for free every turn. And the super combo, what was handy, the main aim of your deck, like the main way to ramp in your deck, could mess it up and make literally just, and because it's not a 10k base, it gains 10k from the effect. Meant it didn't have any combo power at all, so it could basically just turn your super combos entirely off, like you weren't playing super combos at all. So I decided to change that by replacing the super combo, and also change the Vegeta, because I rarely ever want to charge red to play it. I only want to charge blue, because most of the deck is blue, and so I changed the Vegetas. Because you're mainly going to be using the leader to keep looking, because all you want to do, main thing for opening hand is mulligan all the Veku, Goku, and Vegeta pieces, because you can get them off leader, so you can draw everything else. So that way you've got more chance of hitting at least one on the leader, because the leader looks top 5, which is quite deep, and that way you're getting a free card every turn, since you do nothing else on the front. So you don't have the cat attack, you don't have to worry about swinging to gain advantage. You just look top 5, grab a piece, and shuffle. I'd switch and sometimes you might use a piece of combo, or you might get rid of from your hand. So what I did was switch the Vegetas for the Vegeta, because just what you can do, it's quite handy, is if you first ramp and you feel like you can ramp again easy enough, or without being hindered, you can then grab out the Goku Vegeta, and if you've got another Vegeta in hand, you can use the Vegeta to grab out the Veku and then drop it again, which is quite giving you an extra 4 energy for free essentially, and being able to block 2 attacks. I haven't actually done that yet, but I thought it was a better possibility than having the Vegeta, which you're only ever going to use for that or combo. Because at least with the because that really made the Vegeta pointless. But at least with the Goku can help you self-awaken, which is nice. Like if you get stuck down to 5, you can use that to take a life, then awaken, which is nice because you want to awaken as soon as possible. Because as you can see, I haven't put any ever soft awakening because really you don't have to put any pressure on yourself, because the aim for you is to ramp up and then get rid of the hand and drop and slowly pressure them down. I think it's a really defensive deck to go on for that way. So every change that I've made was still have the defensive extra cards in 4 Dimension Magic, 2 Sons of Bean, and 2 Weezes. I kept the beans in because they're good defensive against the go wide boards. If the opponent goes on with the things like what's it called? So a Booney. I don't know why I forgot it is blue as well. You can basically, a beam means their tokens that they got for free they have to drop a card to basically the pressure. Bean is just a really nice defensive card, and also allows you to, if you got this in the possibly, if you, not likely, but possibly be able to drop 2 Vekus in a turn on your awakening turn, things like that, or even be able to trigger, give yourself more energy to have left open, and also use the ape. So the beam just allows you to be a bit better defensively, and also be able to give yourself energy to play more things in your turn. With the super combo I chose with Zeno, mainly the reason I've gone for this one, because being a base 10k is really nice. Also, it's basically a cantrip, so you draw early, you can play it, draw 1, and then you've got it as a combo for any point. So if you just tap 1 to play it, you can, because as you can see, as I've mentioned, on your turn you don't really do much. Like turn 3, you get drop Veku, and after that you're dropping either the Unison or the Android 17. So a lot of time on your turn you don't really use your energy. So the Zeno will give you a bit of is now basically a cantrip in the deck, and you play it, draw 1 card, and then you draw the card, so you can use it 10k anyway. And then if you do use it at 10k later on, when you're at 5 life, which is a lot better, means there's a lot healthier with life, allows you to swap out an energy. This is really nice in the fact that if you accidentally charge, like I've had before, the secret rare or Android 17 off Veku, or that you've had to do first turn, you can then add that back to hand for your energy and put something else down. So say you ramp a Veku, you don't really want a Veku anymore. You can and the Veku put the secret rare in your energy. You can combo defensively with Zeno, add back the hatch, put down a Veku or one of the pieces back in your energy, so now you've got the secret rare back. And even then, it's just really nice to be able to save things like your Fu, Fu 17 hatch, things like that. If they go on your energy, you're not lost. Because even though you can sack up on your energy to put in drop, you've not got really a way to grab them back from drop. So that's what I've changed for that one. We took out the prospect, because as you can see, the unison we changed the Zeno to is the SS4 Goku. So the reason for this is because, as I said, I found Zeno wasn't that great, like early turns. You can play it turn 2, but you can't, unless you awaken, you can't really, or want to use a lot of beams which takes cards from your hand, you're not going to be able to play Zeno and Veku in the same turn. And playing Zeno on turn 2 means that, playing Zeno early before you can drop Veku isn't beneficial in the fact, due to the fact that since you've got no self-awakening, you're relying on your opponent to attack you to awaken you. And if you drop Zeno early before getting Veku out, they're going to be attacking Zeno instead, because 1, they get rid of it, and 2, to not give you any advantage from your life. And the main aim is to get Veku down, so Veku takes priority over that. And with the SS4 Goku, it's really handy in that after you drop Veku, when you block to defend an attack and trigger to ramp, you don't get 5 energy, so on your turn you charge a 6th. And now you've got, hopefully, because you would have charged more, you should have more blue charged. You should have 5 blue to be able to play it, and the instant's really good, and it comes down for 5 markers, meaning that it's hard to get rid of with 5 markers. 5 markers are a lot. Where it can increase them, that's not really an issue. It then puts a trigger on your opponent's next turn, so if they do want to swing at you with battle cards, they have to sacrifice. They have to sack off a battle card that's 2 cost or more, so they can't just play cantrips. They have to sack off something with some cost to it, so at least 2 or more, to be able to attack anymore. And then you can either and its marker effects are really good. The main one you're going to be using when you play it is the -2, which is you choose all your opponent's battle cards, ignore and barrier, and put them back in their hand. So this means that along with the auto, they're not really going to be attacking with battle cards on your next turn. And since your deck's a really defensive deck, you're going to be negating the attacks from leader and their unison if they have it on one off build that go against you unison, because once you drop the unison you want to keep it there. And the main reason for that is because the -2 effect really works well with Android 17, because really the aim is to get free energy, ramp with Veku block the first attack that's 10k or more to then die, grab back the materials, charge 2 energy from the top of your deck, and then your turn you charge a 6, so on your 4th turn you're on 6 energy. You play the SS4 Goku down, you give 5 markers, your -2 to put all their build back on their hand, then swing it with it, and then what you want to do is protect the unison. So you have the counterplay to free play the something back, or negates and stuff, because then you next turn you then ramp to 7 energy on your 5th turn, and then you basically go play under 17. If they go to play a counterplay, even though it's got deflect, they can still play a counterplay, like if they want to, because Android 17 doesn't hit the board, it hits the it only hits the hand and the drop. So what you want to do before you play, when you get to 7 energy on your 5th turn, use the SS4 as effect to -2 to put all their battle cards that they have on field, if they dropped any more, back in their hand. You'd have to use it if they don't have anything on field. And then you want to play the Android 17, so that's the good combination, the fact that SS4 puts them all they're filled back in the hand, and then 17 puts it back in the deck. So it means that because they're a massive board, Android 17 does can't get rid of that. But yeah, but that combination together is very strong. And one of the good things with having the unison on board and protecting it on the turn turn after it's played, to make sure it's still got the free markers by, well, it's still at least free by the or at least 2 at least by the time it's comes down to your 5th turn, when you should have 7 energy. When you play Android 17, while it's got deflect, it means it's unaffected by the counterplay skills of a card. If they've got like a counterplay they can just play on their turn that has like a counterplay to play, and then they've got all their triggers, you can use the trunks to put it back in their hand, so they'll stop it from being played when you play the Android 17. And then the Android 17 will come down, and then as well, and also if there's a free play when they've got, they can't play any more that turn, so you have to worry. And if it's not a free play, when they've tapped energy to play it, and they won't have any more energy because you put it back in their hand. And then the Android 17 will basically put the hand and drop back in their deck. You put your hand back in your deck, but if you're awakened or can awakened, you're still getting advantage, because you could sack off an energy, the draw 2, and then swing the draw 1. So you release. So what you basically put is into both players into a state of top decking, but you have the ability to draw 3 cards a turn. And also as well, if you still have markers on your unison, like you don't have to bounce back any more back to hand, you can use the -1 effect then to draw 2 and put something to the bottom, so you then get 4 cards when your opponent stop decking. And then all you're doing is once you've done that, swinging at the unison. If they got it with your leader, it's not giving them any advantage, and get a marker off, and they're either trying to kill the unison or swinging at critical at their leader. And while that's quite strong, after that, you want to basically, that's the main aim you want to do, is basically get so they're top decking with no hand and no board. And ways to survive it, you've got the Hatch Secret Rare to basically end the battle phase. This is what you want to do after to make sure you ever get to the turn survivor to turn 7. It literally is such a good secret rare, and make sure you survive a turn. You got ever negates as well to help, like Mech Warp, which not only negate the attack but give you a body, because as I said, Android 17 doesn't touch the boards, it only hits the hands. So if you're negating and giving yourself bodies, you're making it easier for you to keep advantage on the field. Everyone's we have. The other 2 cards we have that are different from the last one is we got 3 of the got Baby Golden Avenger and 4 of the Janemba. With the Janemba, you can, if you want to. I've gone for this because I don't have a boonies, I don't plan on getting a boonies because of the price, and this is the really the only blue deck I really want to play. Why I plan to build because I love the leader and I used to play it 4 months ago. So my choice for budget would be between the Veku Ramp or whatever it's called from the Draft Box 5 that has barrier, double strike, and can gain dual attack by flipping the top card of your opponent's deck and it being a battle card. But instead what I've gone for is Janemba, mainly because he's got deflect and critical. So critical means I'm not giving them a resource when I swing at leader, and deflect means they can't stop it with counter. It's unaffected by the counterplay, so it comes down quite safely, and it's against green. And then it also has the benefit of draw me a card as well, so it replaces itself and gives me free open energy. So I have enough energy from Mech Warp and the negates. And also the good thing about that is also the fact that if they do play the new 1-drops from him, I can still play. I still have free energy open with the negates to use and don't have to untap energy with the negates. So I can just use the negate still. And then with the Golden Ape, one thing I've got that in for is that's a good finisher. Because once you've got the Android 17 down, after that you just want to beat them down. And the Baby Ape is really good as either a counter when you go to swing your pieces to stop them from negating, or if they go to play something to put to counter play as well. So once you've done the Android 17, you're gonna have 7 energy open. Because if you're awakened, you're gonna take the second one off with leader, and then you're just gonna every turn just charge a card to sack it off the draw 2. But make sure to use the energy first. And the Baby Golden Venture is the basically battering of this deck, where you'll have enough energy, you want to swing, you want to push through, and it can also be a finisher on a triple strike as well. And then the last card we've got, the only overall we've got in there is Fu, because you can get to enough energy quite quickly, and with the leader's effect, second off energy is going to drop, so you can amass a drop quite easily. So that's the overall choice for late game, man. It gives you a main deck choice, and at the very least you can use a 10k combo. And also, what I forgot to mention was we have 3 Great Ape, because as I said, you don't really have much use for energy apart from to get to your main play of going between turns 1 and 2. You don't really do much with your energy. Turn 3 is Veku, turn 4 is the SS4, and then turn 5 is the Android 17. So at turn 2 you can use the Ape that just draw more energy, and then after that as well, because you can use the Ape if you have it, or if it's in your energy, sack that off to draw 2 and then use that to tap 2. So basically there's another way to, after you've done your play of putting both players into a top deck situation, to gain your advantage back over your opponent. Because the one good thing with with that 17 is it doesn't put back both players' drops, just your opponent's. So if they've got apes set up ready, they're not there, they're in the deck, whereas yours is still in the grave, so you can draw some more cards back. But that's the deck. At the moment it's just Fear. I need to still make test it, but I'm confident with it. I've just got to have tournaments to test with it. Unfortunately I don't have the cards to use in the webcam event this Saturday for the card market series, because now I've got my qualification to the finals in December. I'm going to play something more fun. Now, this is why I wanted to play Veku Ramp, but I've got the Godly Auras now. I don't have the Baby Apes, and I'm missing one of the SS4. So I've got another deck that I'm going to try. This is what I would have probably played on Saturday, but I've got fun testing it. I'm not a big fan of blue. Outside Janemba and this leader, I haven't played much ever blue. But this leader is very nostalgic for me. I loved it. I did well with it when I played it, and I want to give it a try. And I think it's in a situation moment, it's a quite fun, quite solid deck. But yeah, thank you for watching. It's not as long as the other videos because it's just basically a renewal video. Show my updated list, or an alternative list if you also want to try the other one. And what I'll be doing is next, should hopefully be getting a unboxing of Dropbox box opening of Draft Box 6 this Friday. So I'm going to try and keep up with Monday, Wednesday, Friday uploads. So this Friday should be the Draft Box 6 box opening. But apart from that, like, comment, subscribe. So subscribe if you're interested in, if you like my content that I'm putting out and want to keep up to date. I try to do it regularly, as I said. Follow me on my Facebook page as well, which will be down in the description. I post almost regularly, probably the same days as well, when I post in the groups my videos that I've put out, and also my ideas. And all I cover, I've started a Cube Draft League as well, which happens every Sunday. A max of 8 players. Well, I'll do a pods of 8. So if there's max 8, but if there's enough for a never pod, I can do a never pod. But we've had the first one last Sunday. It was very fun. I ended up taking it 3-0 using a Jiren skillless deck, because I managed to grab all the skillless techs like from the draft box free, and basically grab all the skillless stuff, and take it home from there. And I love Cube Draft, but it was a lot of fun. Something nice and different. I'm going to be running it every Saturday. I do it for £1 entry, because and the pound per person on each entry goes into a fund, where at the end of a period, which currently the current period goes up until the the Sunday before sets 12 releases, and the person with the most points gets a box of set 12. So it's fun. So it's it's quite cheap. It's a cheap and not off-putting. Have a £1 entry. Have a lot of fun. You get points for the league, which is 1 point for entering, 1 point for participating. So the minimum points you can get for entering any of the events is £1. It's 1, and you get a point per win. So the max amount of points you can get per event is 4 if you enter and then win all your games, and the least amount of points you can get is 1 for entering. But it's really fun. Also, what I'll put as well is a link to my Discord in the description below, which I have my Cube Draft list. You want to go see it, look at strategies, because I know some people like to make a strategy. So all the cards is in there, and it's what we use when we're drafting. So we draft it for untap. We draft and play via untap, but we have the Discord open to communicate during the games, and also just talk while drafting, because we're quite talkative and we like to chat. And it's a nice friendly environment as well. And also another thing is, like this video if you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed the description and the list and the information I've provided as well. If you have any questions at all, leave a comment, ask about anything I might have missed, because I might have missed something, because I don't always cover everything, and I'll answer as best I can, as quick as I can. Because I think I've given enough description of like the turn play and the reasons behind the cards. There could be something that I've missed, or something you might want to know a bit more about, or a reason why certain ratios and stuff. But yeah, thank you for watching. It's been a shorter video than my last ones, and I should hope to see you in the next video, which will be a draft box opening, and probably after that I'll probably go over my Chi-Lai list, because I've been having so much fun playing Chi-Lai, and I've liked it since the High Mastery VS days, because it's such a fun deck. I love the wish mechanic. But thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.